Boom! The housing market. Is it gonna boom? Is it gonna bust? Is it gonna crash? Well, we got some information today that's going to give you the direction we feel it's in, all next. Yes, I know you're going, hey, Troy, you're crazy. You're just a maxi, a housing maxi. It's never falling. You never say that. Well, guys, I'm going to give you what really is happening out there. You have a lot of FUD, all the social media, all the media out there. Oh, it's going to crash. You're all going to die. We're all going to end the plane. We're going down. Boom. Yeah, right. All next on Real Estate Daily. Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage market. Now, before we jump into it, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Boom. I want to get this word out because I'm one of the very few positive real estate let's call it gurus out there. Anyone that usually is talking about real estate in a negative way doesn't even have a license, doesn't have boots on the ground, is just saying it because they want you to feel like S-H-I-T. All right. Yes, I'm pumped up. Let's get right into it. Twitter, X, I keep saying it. If you want real information, you need to be on X. You don't need to listen to the garbage that's out there. This is Logan Matashami, and he's been doing this now for 12 years. He's correctly called some of the inversions, what's going to happen with the market. He's been pretty much in the last 10 years, his pulse is on the housing market, especially the mortgage market. And this is the first thing I wanted, and I've said many, many times, but people still don't believe me. Recession doesn't equal housing crisis. A recession, if it's caused by the housing, then yes, it's going to be a crisis. If it's not caused by it, well, what happens? It usually holds steady. So let's go over the last few. Here's the graph right here. So in 1980, housing went up 6%. 81, a year later, houses went up 3.5%. 10 years later, and these are all recessions, right? This is the savings and loan. Savings and loan was right here. Boom. This recession was hit. We only went down 2%. Okay. This is all Jimmy Carter right here. The guy who didn't know what the F he was actually doing. And that's when they brought in a good Fed chief as well as Reagan helping it out. 2001, we know what happened. It was 9/11, caused the entire crash. We had a recession, but guess what happened? We saw prices go up 6.6%. Then what happened was, since they kept rates too low, and they started getting liar loans and subprime loans, and that just connected to this recession. If we don't see 9/11, we wouldn't see either one of these recessions. But we saw this because of 9/11, and then we saw this because of poor reaction by the Fed, and that kept rates too low so everyone can buy a home, had liar loans, and this is what, boom, crashed the market 20%. What have we seen since? 2020, we had a recession, okay, and that was the bear flu, right? Bear flu. Wow, housing went up 6% when people lost their jobs, when there was houses on the market, when Zillow had committed to buying thousands, tens of thousands of homes, and then said, reject, we're not buying them, and they got sued over the whole thing. Yeah, this is what we're seeing right here. Where do we see this big drop, this big housing crash? We actually don't. Why? Because the recession is only if it's tied to housing that leads it down. It usually doesn't hurt the housing market. Is exactly what we're seeing. Like I said, if we see rates fall into the high fives, we're going to see a resurgence in home purchases, and we're going to see resurgence in home prices go up. All right, let's jump into another Logan conversation here. This is what he says, and he's laughing out loud, saying 12 years and 12 excuses. Okay, each year is different, but there are some reasons they gave home prices to crash over the past 11 years. 2012, shadow inventory. Right? Oh, we have all this inventory sitting on the sidelines that are vacant homes. No, they were all rented out. Most of them were rented out. 2013, oh my God, interest rates. Heard that one before, haven't you? QE ending in October. Quantitative easing didn't crash the market. 2015 manufacturer recession didn't crash the market. 2016 home prices got back to the bubble high. Oh my God, from 8 years after the bubble, we've gone back to where they're at. Oh, that's going to crash it. 2017, we don't give reasons. We're just going to tell you it's going to happen. 2018, oh my God, mortgage rates hit 5%. And what 20 years earlier, they were 9%. But 5%, oh my gosh, it's a bubble for sure. Let's keep reading this on because it's pretty funny. 2019, home price growth was cooling off. Oh, wow. 2020, we won't say that. We'll just call it the bear flu. And we know what happened. Let's go look at what happened. Oh, 2020 went up 6%. Wow. 2021, mortgage forbearance. Oh, everyone's losing their homes, man. They don't have a job, bro. I don't have a job. I'm losing my home. Yeah. If I was losing my home, I could sell it, and and have equity. And I did it for my clients. They had equity in their home. They hadn't even made a payment in a year. We sold their home. They walked away. At least one of my clients walked away with almost $130,000 and not making a few payments ever. 2022, last year, oh my God, rates hit 7. This year, oh my God, rates hit 8. Guys, it's all FUD. It's either people that just didn't buy a house because they kept listening to their own garbage, or it was the media in your ear wanting to give you all the negative news as much as they possibly can, because guess what sells? Negative news sells. That's what we're seeing. All right, let's go to the Kobesi letter. I thought this was a fun fact that we saw here. All the woke, where does the woke want to go? Well, they want to stay in Cali, right? They're West Coast hangers, man. I'm cruising West Coast here, brother. I'm Cali. I'm Oregon. I'm Seattle. I'm leaving. Yeah, you're leaving. We know that hundreds of thousands of people left California. Who wants to hang out here? Well, guess what Amazon's doing? Hey, the woke just go east. Amazon is looking for a 50,000 square foot building space in Florida as Jeff Bezos plans to move from Seattle, according to Bloomberg. Nationally, the office vacancy rate is over 20% as commercial real estate crisis worsens. Meanwhile, in Florida, office availability is now below pre-pandemic level. So you're talking about a state that didn't shut down for very long. In fact, probably opened up right away, okay, after the bullshit came out, right? Then from there, they were pro-business, so businesses began to get back in and then flourish, not shut down, just like we saw all the West Coast. All the small businesses got blown out because they said the science was there. The science. Wow. Oh, but let's see what the science tells us. As in California and New York have lost a combined 750,000 residents since 2020. They're fleeing. They're fleeing. The real estate market in Florida has never been hotter. Is Florida better? Is it becoming the new tech hub? Bezos is pretty happy about it, isn't he? All right, let's jump in the next one. Okay. For all you fudsters out there, strike three, brother. Home prices kept rising even as mortgage rates surged. So you're telling me that year over year, that prices keep going up. I mean, what is CNBC going to tell their people? Don't. I mean, my God, it says, this is a CNBC news article. How are they saying that prices keep going up? Let's go read it. Home prices were up 3.9% in September compared to the same month a year ago, according to SP CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index. So let's go see. Oh, this is Tuesday, November 28th. And it's my girlfriend, Diana Olick, who wrote it because she hates writing positive articles. We know that. This is crazy, guys. You're telling me home prices keep going up, but Troy, I just saw yesterday. Oh my God. They said that new home builds were down 18% in price. Yeah, nobody wants to buy them. Who wants to buy a new home build? Let's go over the difference between an existing home and a new home build. New home build, higher tax rate. In fact, for a lot of them, it's up 60, 70% higher. HOA sitting on there, right? HOA's big fat sitting right there. A lot of them force amenities on you, right? So these are all the things. Why are people fleeing into existing homes? New home builds are 9% of the market. You can sit here all day and tell me how the market's crashing, that 9% is doing bad, but 91% is doing better. It keeps going up, but just let's ignore the 91%. It's the 9% that are making all the noise. Guys, you heard bullshit. I call bullshit. That's actually what's happened. Let's go into the interest rates. Well, we did see, it didn't hit what I want. I was hoping it'd go under 7.2. It went up slightly, 2.5 bips. We're at 7.25. And then we come at FHA. I was hoping under 6. Oh my God. We slightly went down a little over 1.5%. Now we're at 7.02. Come on, guys. Let's get this thing going. We need a 0.02 down today. Show those numbers tomorrow. We'll be in the 6s. Okay, there's a huge anticipation that the Fed is actually, there's a huge anticipation that the Fed's going to actually lower rates sometime next year. A lot of the stock market and people out there are anticipating it. That's why we're seeing rallies in the S&P 500 and the stock market itself. We're not seeing these big crashes that a lot of people predict. But when it's all said and done, if we look at the charts, traditionally, when the Fed lowers rates, it's because the whole economy is about ready to collapse. Not slowly go down, but collapse. There's already 62% of people living paycheck to paycheck, and a lot of them are making over $100,000 household-wise. We're looking at over $1.1 trillion in credit card debt, and we just, like I showed you yesterday, people are using credit cards higher than ever, up 50% from last year to make purchases on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. These are insane numbers. Do they actually plan to pay this back? I don't know if they do or not. To me, it seems like a clear plan. They have the U.S. government plan. Let's just BK it out, or let's just forget our debt. We don't care. We'll just keep printing money, or doing, we'll disappear in the, and go live in our parents' basements. I don't know. Okay, we can't keep getting more and more debt. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what we're doing. We've never been at $1 trillion debt, and we went from $1 trillion to 1.1 in 1 month. And I like to see what happened in January over the last 2 months. I bet we go 1.25 trillion in credit card debt in the United States. This is just going, what part does the Fed really think that this is anything that's good? If you use debt to actually buy goods and services, then the Fed's always going to keep using that whole excuse. Oh, well, see, the economy's healthy because they're buying things, but they're not looking at the debt it's causing, or the refinances, the 7% refinance cash pullout that people need. Doesn't make any sense. We should not be thinking about raising rates. In fact, we should be beginning to slowly roll rates down, not like we did in 2021, where Beavis and Butthead was the head of the Fed, and they kept saying, "Oh, it's inflation's transitory." Then they turn around in 2022 and raise rates as fast as they possibly ever have because they made mistakes in 2021, and now we're going in 2024. It's time to ease them slowly, going down. You want your soft landing? That's your soft landing. If not, you want to keep rates up? We're gonna go splat like the airplane that lost both of its wings. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I'm open to anything at this point. You guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.